everybody, and welcome to the Chamber of Skulls. So tonight we get to display Box A. For those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about there, last week I had a section where I had two boxes to choose from. We had Box A and Box B. Box B was published last week, and I had that, what was that? Revealing the Demon or Unleashing the Demon, or I can't remember exactly what the title was. So this week we get to go for Box A. Oh, excuse me. Now, Box A, I've considered buying about a month ago when it was brought to my attention that a fan wanted to see a skull with fangs. Now, I know I've said this 100 times in the last month, that they're probably talking about more animalistic. But when I thought about skulls with fangs, first thing I thought about was vampires. And I searched for a really interesting skull that I would like, that I would hope that you would like, of a vampire. I didn't want to go for nothing cheesy. I didn't want to do something stupid, get just a basic skull with fangs, maybe a little blood droplet. I didn't want to go stupid like that. And I came across this exact one. It called to me. It wasn't one of those where it's like, okay, that one looks cool, let's put that as an idea. I saw this one and I knew I wanted to get it. I knew I had to get it. So I searched all over online trying to find places to buy it. And I either came into roadblocks of distributors in Europe that didn't sell to the United States, or places that didn't have it in stock, or places that just asking too much for it. So about 3 weeks ago, I'm searching through Amazon. I find this one. I don't even know how it showed up. I wasn't looking for a skull at that time, but this popped up. And I knew it was a calling. I went ahead and bought it, hoping that with the price being right, that it wasn't going to be poor quality. When I finally opened it up and I looked at it, I was highly amazed. I mean, you look at right here, I don't know if you can see that very well, but it actually has Dracula 3D imprint on its forehead. Now, I don't want to really say imprint as far as an addition to it, but it's a 3D print with Dracula, as a 3D print of Dracula all over in different writing, or different writing style, I should say, not different writing. The top of the head, the forehead, the back of the head, the base of the skull, the jaw, and the upper jaw on this side. As you can see around it, you have writing all over the place, which I cannot read it at this point. I will try to put down a couple of lines in the comment section. I don't know if this is the creed of Dracula. But yeah, I'll definitely try to get a couple of lines from this into the description bar. The only way you can really appreciate it is with the up close and personal that I get at the end. Now, I know I missed that last week, as it was pointed out by my son, who's a fan of mine, brought to my attention that I forgot the close-up at the end of the video. So, not wanting to leave you guys high and dry and keep up the up close and personal shots, made the second video on that. And I want to give a huge shout out to each and every one of you on those two videos. I've had, which I know still doesn't sound like much. I mean, I've been doing this now for 4 months, I think, from January. So yeah, 4 months. But I haven't been publicating it. Now, Would I like this channel to be big? Oh, absolutely. I'm not looking to make money off of this, but I would really like to share the culture, to share my collection, and to interact with each and every one of you who I may have introduced you into skulls, or maybe skulls was something that's been an interest of yours for years, and you give me your stories about how you got into it, or your first skull that you received. I enjoy hearing all those stories that you guys send me. And if I can help bringing the skull culture into a social norm instead of being where it's at right now today, I've done my part. That's exactly why I want this channel to grow. That's why every time I get my views, I come on here and thank you guys. Because if it wasn't for you guys coming out here and watching my content and hopefully sharing it with your friends and families, I'd be doing all of this for nothing. And with about 1,000 views within my last two videos, my last skull and then the close-up of the skull, which ironically enough, the close-up actually got more views than the actual video itself. But the actual video got more view time. Now granted, the skull is what, 20 seconds, where my videos are 7-8 minutes long on average. So I mean, obviously it's going to be expected that the videos get more airtime than the skull, but at the same time, if you look at it, the skull is getting more views, so it's kind of one of those interchangeable balances. So I want to thank each and every one of you for taking a few minutes out of your day, watch my video, give me the chance to introduce to you a new piece of my collection, maybe introduce something new to you. If you're a skull collector and you never knew this particular piece existed, maybe it's something you go out and buy. Or maybe you know somebody that's a skull collector and go ahead and gift it to them. Either way, it's my way of contributing to you, the skull enthusiast, what I find enthusiastic. I know I just can't keep my eyes off it. It's a very interesting piece. It's almost hypnotic, if you want to say. Which hopefully that's not a bad thing. Hopefully this print on here isn't some kind of a curse that is going to take my soul to the other side. But anyways, all jokes aside, you guys have a fantastic night. Have a skull-tastic week, and I will see you next week. And if all goes right, I might just come out with a double header on my next video. Just wait and see.